One of the things we love about being a veterinarian at Georgia Aquarium is every day is unique. No day is the same as the other. We treat everything here, and we value ourselves on providing care for every animal that calls Georgia Aquarium home. We treat everything from a tiny little cardinal tetra all the way up to a whale shark or a beluga whale. While we all may have our special interests, we are all skilled at taking care of every type of animal that is housed here at the aquarium. So most of our collection here at the aquarium are actually fish and invertebrates. So a lot of our work is focused more on them. Some of the species that we have, hundreds, maybe even 1,000 of them. So we care more about the herd health in those situations. But if we have a fish that's sick from that group, we will absolutely still do an exam on it and collect samples, because whatever that fish might have could be a risk to not only its friends that live in the habitat and school with that individual, but any other fish that live in the reef, in the mangrove, and whatever habitat that case is coming out of. So we want to better understand what we're dealing with in that case to hopefully keep all the other fish and invertebrates in that habitat healthy. Some of the smaller ones can be a little bit more sensitive to handling, so you have to be a little more gentle when we handle them, but we're pretty much able to do everything we would want on all the animals that live here, no matter how small or how big they are. One of the fun parts too of our job is we often have to get creative. So we do a lot of descents. We get the animals used to handling. We get them used to going in a stretcher. We get them used to sitting in a net that we can safely handle them in and do an exam and get blood and do ultrasounds and maybe take an x-ray. We try to go to them as well. So I like to tell people I do a lot of house calls in this field because we obviously can't fit a whale shark or a manta ray in our hospital. So you really feel like an aquatic animal veterinarian if you get to put on a wetsuit and hop in one of these habitats with our animals. With a whale shark, sometimes we're literally in snorkel or scuba gear swimming alongside them to do an exam or get blood. With the manta rays, they're trained to go into a stretcher and we lightly lift them in that. They're not completely out of the water, so they can still breathe, move around a little bit, but we're able to safely access them to do all those exam and collect the diagnostics that we're looking to get to tell if they're healthy or not. The most fun part of my job is continuing to learn. I love to learn, I love to be challenged. I love to also just solve problems. So because we don't know everything about aquatic animal medicine, there are plenty of unsolved problems, questions to be answered, way too many that I will be able to figure out in my lifetime, in my career. So there's plenty more for future generations to work on and figure out and help us do an even better job caring for some of these animals. We want to learn how we can do better and be better stewards for our environment. And this is going to result in healthier environments and healthier animals in the wild that we can all continue to appreciate.